Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome aboard if you are new. Today we are going to be hopping back into SimplePlanes 2 and working on our AC-130 some more. And we are going to start by getting into the dreaded interior. So we're going to get up here to the flight deck. Now this is something that I am not going to be able to, my decals are showing through. Something I'm not going to be able to replicate perfectly, because the original has probably 20 to 30 dials just in the little center area between the seats. And there's no way I'm going to be able to get all of that in here and find a way to configure it all to work, because there aren't that many instruments in this in the game right now. So all right, I'm just getting these oh, you bugger. That's going to show through, isn't it? Because it's curved. Well, whatever. We'll have them on the inside too, I guess, for now. And not worry about it, because we're not here to mess with that for now. Alright, so I think the first thing I want to do is get the seats in here, and then we can build around them. So we got... come on, my man. I didn't want you all the way back there. Let's focus in on this part. There we go. Alright, now we need 2 seats. I said 2. We'll just set them up here for now so they duplicate, and then we're going to move them back. And now what we want is on the actual plane, these guys kind of each get their own window out of the side. So sort of like that. How are we looking inside? Maybe... nope. I want the seat. There we go. Over just a tad. There we go. Alright, now we got our seats in. Let's go ahead and just give them a bit of color here so we can tell them apart. Alright, now we're going to build around that. So we are going to need something for these seats to be sitting on, which we will just use a piece of fuselage here. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and get the base first. Get this scrunched all the way down, because this is essentially just going to be a floor. Alright, now let's start getting it sized. Alright, there we go. We don't want to go completely out. Alright, now that is the same size, but what did I just do? Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally mess anything up. Alright, so we want to stretch this one out. And it's going to be a bit of a taper, since the plane nose kind of curls in. Alright, now let's take a look at the front here. Okay, we definitely need to move that down a bit. And actually, it's going to go down a bit more than that, because the seats are sort of on bases. So what we will do is we will go to the forward. We will add a new section here. And let's just hide that so we can work through it. We're going to narrow this down. We don't want it cutting all the way through. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. Then we'll just stretch it out till it meets the nose cone. All right, there we go. Now we got a floor. Now we need some bases for these. I suppose we could just use some blocks here, although I don't... Can we... We should be able to scale these, yeah. So what if we go with 0.8, 0.8... No. 0.8. It might want the zeros in there. There we go. So that's another thing you can do in the XML that you can't necessarily do in the part editor, because right here it's just block, you know. There's not really anything to it. But you can go into the XML and tweak the scaling a little bit. All right, there we go. Now our pilots got their seats. Let's see, what do we need next? We need to get the instrument panel here. So let's get a shape in for that. And we'll just use another piece of fuselage, but I'll try and actually place it inside the plane this time. There we go. All right. Let's just get this shrunk down a little bit so we can work with it. Alrighty, now the task of shaping. So I'm probably going to just stay quiet and probably fast forward through most of this because it's not gonna be a whole lot of talking to it. Alright, I just had to fix that. The window boxes were clipping into the inside of here and causing it to cut away at the dash I was building. So, or not dash, you know what I mean. Alright, we're just getting the base in for now, so it's not too much to worry about. Alright, now let's start getting some stuff on it. We'll get as much as we can on it, but we obviously won't be able to be completely true to the original. Actually, no, you know what? We also need a bit more structure here. Alright, there we go. That looks a bit better now. Let's see now. Now let's try and get some displays on here, and we'll try and make them kind of shared so it looks nice. We want interiors. Alright, let's get a multi-function display up on here. Center that. And then I think what we'll do, I don't think we've got a targeting pod on here right now. We'll correct that later. Is we'll actually scale this up a bit. So let's go with 1.5 maybe. Yeah, there we go. All right, now Let's see what other controls we got. Alright, we've got an attitude indicator. That's going to be pretty important for the pilot. So let's actually scale this up to 1.25. I think we need to make this a bit wider. Maybe there. All right, let's move the pilots in just a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, what else are we going to need? We're going to need quite a few gauges. Speed will be fairly important. We'll put that over here. Quite fidgety trying to get this stuff lined up, so bear with me. Yeah, altitude looks like it's about right. And we'll get another one down here. Trim. Yeah, we'll want to trim one. That is, okay, that's going to be our, yeah, don't know if we want that with trim yet or not. Let's see what else we can get in here. Vertical speed, we'll want that. RPMs for our engine, we'll want that. VTOL we don't need. Bank angle we definitely want. And we'll actually want this one to be a bit bigger. And I'll put that up here with this because the bank angle is going to be important for getting our pylon turn right. Let's actually no, we'll leave it at 150. That's good. All right, and then let's see. Do we have another important one? Custom. Compass. Yes, that is important. We'll put that over here. And let's see, what else? Fuel. We don't need a big one for that. Don't need a big one for that. Okay. So we'll put this here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Now let's just get all these lined up. There we go. Not too bad. And then, oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted these over here. Oh, missed it. Fuel. And we'll scale that up a bit also. All right, let's see. So far, so good. We've got, okay, we need to get this stuff organized now. All right, so we got our altitude, that's fine. That's actually vertical speed. Actually, that's not too bad of a layout for now. I think maybe we'll leave it at that. Now let's just get it lined up where we want it. All right, there we go. Let's just take a quick look here, make sure nothing's clipping through. All right, we're good. We've got our kind of cockpit set up here for the display. Let's get some more stuff in here, flesh it out some. So these actually fly with a yoke, but it's at a different angle. So we're going to have to kind of work with it here a bit. Okay, it looks like there isn't a setting for the length there. That's okay. We are going to duplicate that. All right. Let's see, right hand. Actually, no, we want left hand. There we go. And now we need some throttles. We'll put those in the middle here where they can both access them. How do these look? Ergonomic levers. Sure. Can we scale these up at all? Probably not. Let's see what the other ones look like first. Those look a little bit better, I think, for this. All right, now to get these lined up. There we go. Nice. We'll get a bit of color on these. All right, that'll have to do for now. All right. So what are these even bound to? Trim, no, we want those to be throttle. Throttle. All right, now we will say right hand. We'll put here. Nice. Okay, cool. Now this guy, I don't really know what to give him much. I could just make a duplicate of this, but that would be kind of pointless. I mean, generally over here on this side, they've got radar controls, radar warning, stuff like that. So let's, we'll get a couple, come here, extra displays over here. And I'm going to put a couple gauges here for now. We'll work on configuring them later. All right, let's see what else. See, we'll use that for flaps. That way they can both control that. I don't know a ton about the interior in here. I'm not going to be able to recreate it because I can't get a good enough picture of... I mean, I can get multiple views of the cockpit, but they're all different models, so we're gonna have to just kind of work with things here. All right, let's see. We're going to, yeah, we'll leave that to trim. Right now, I'm just trying to make it kind of look okay. Alright, let's see. Oh, we need to rearrange these a little bit. And let's see, let's get this sized up properly. Come on. There we go. Make those corners a bit more rounded. One or two. There we go. Jump scare myself by accidentally hitting the screenshot button. That's fine. Now, there is also another seat back. Oh, not what I wanted. Kind of back here in the middle. And this has, I'm not sure, some sort of a flight engineer or flight officer. If somebody knows, they'll have to tell me. Can I do something about those legs? Not that. Targets. I suppose I could try putting something down there for their feet. What if I just do a couple pedals here? They can control the brakes, sure. I just want to see if I can get their feet out of the way. There we go. There we go. Now they've got some nice footrests. Input, we'll actually just leave that disabled because those are just going to be footrests. There we go. All right, let's see. Okay, next there is a gunner station behind this, although we've gone on for quite a while. So I think maybe I'll work on that separate. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can at least get a decent view out of the cockpit. I know these AC-130 videos are probably getting a bit old for people, but let me know, actually, if you're still here watching this, let me know down in the comments what the next thing you want me to build. Do you want me to keep working on this, or do you want me to, skip ahead to something else? All right. Let's do this from, ooh, very nice. Oh yeah, that actually looks pretty good. I like that. Let's see, we're gonna set this to our flight computer. As zoomed back as I can get. I'll need to move the seats back a bit, I think. Let's see if we can't take off. Let's get our flaps set some. Okay, the control works for that. Get our throttles up. Nice. Parking brake off. Just gonna hit 4 to activate my steering controls. Let's just take a peek out real quick, make sure yep, we are good. Something you should check before you actually take off. We are full on fuel. Looks like our dials are working right. Let's see if we can get off the ground here. Nice and smooth. I need to remember to put a control in for the landing gear also. Even our flaps. We'll adjust our trim some. You can see the control down there is moving for that as well. See? Oh. And for some reason it just stuck. The old controller. But anyways, it seems to be working well. So I hope this has been not a completely boring episode. We did get quite a bit done. We've actually got a cockpit now. Why are you... Oh, I see. It's putting this guy... Can I clear this? Actually, there we go. We can actually fix this. Let's fix this. We'll put your right hand there, or your left hand there, and your right hand here. There we go. Alright, anyways, hopefully you've enjoyed this little foray into building a fugly cockpit that is functional. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see, if you want me to keep on building on this. I mean, there's not a whole lot to do other than decorate the interior some and build the gunner station here. Or let me know what you would want me to work on next. And until next time, take care, be safe, and I will see you later.